So my name's Ad Spears. I'm a lecturer in robotics and machine learning at Imperial College London, and I do a lot of work on the sense of touch and how people feel things. This device that I'm holding here is called Shape, and basically it's a navigation device for visually impaired people. It works by moving its body around, effectively changing its shape to give guidance. And the notable thing about this device is when we ran a study with it recently, we found that the performance of blind people, legally blind people, while performing a localization task was the same as sighted people using their natural vision. So the device basically has some motors in the end here, and by changing the motor positions, we can get it to move around and bend its body in this way. So the idea being that if a target that we want the person to point at is over that way, we can nudge the device up that, like that, and as they move it, it will correct itself and straighten out. In this particular study, what we did was we had a virtual reality setup with some tracking system that could basically track the person and the device very accurately. And then we would create virtual targets around the lab that they would have to point at. Now, the people who were legally blind in this study, they used either the shape-changing feedback or some vibration feedback. The people who were sighted used those two and also natural vision. So they wore a virtual reality headset that would show the targets. And the remarkable thing is after each person did 60 targets, found 60 targets, we did a statistical comparison and found that there was no difference between the abilities of the sighted people with natural vision and the visually impaired people using our shape-changing device.
Try me with this. So you go up, down, and then side to side, and then if you tilt, it stays like that. Cool. Cool.
Yep. Go through that.
The device is designed to be as intuitive as possible. People are really good at recognizing shapes with their hands. We do it all the time, every time we reach in our pocket for our keys or grab a door handle. And this device tries to exploit that. It tries to basically leverage the fact that we can recognize shapes by making a device whose shape can change. And by doing that, we make a system that you don't need any training on how to use it. It's just very intuitive.
Patented, and it's got all sorts of protection on it, and we published it now, but the final device is a bit different,
Right.
So yeah, using Google Maps or something like that, basically, the actual navigation part. But yeah, it's not a medical device. We've had consultants on that.
People are quite surprised by this technology because nothing else exists like it, and nothing else is so intuitive. I mean, when we did the comparison to vibration, people were complaining how the vibration gets annoying after a while. It's like if your phone has too many notifications, you tend to silence it, from a WhatsApp group or something like that. The same happens with vibration feedback. After a while, it starts to become a bit too much. We think that the Shape device doesn't have that problem because it's such an innate sense that we always are using. So yeah, very.
I used to live in the US when I was at Yale University. We compared shape change to vibration, so made equivalent devices. People, we had a course around campus people had to complete. They were sighted people, but their hands were covered. They were guided by these devices. And
the product will basically aim for a kind of automatic outdoor navigation system, so something that visually impaired people can use to navigate the world, essentially. So it's not intended to replace, it's not going to have all the functionality of a guide dog, for example, but it will be able to guide you to places that a guide dog can't. You can't tell your guide dog, take me to the new coffee shop that's just opened on Tottenham Court Road, but you can tell this device and it will guide you there using a combination of different sensors and this kind of, quite unique haptic feedback, touch-based feedback.
it.